What if I told you the NFL's quarterback hierarchy was flipping upside down, and one underdog is now leading the charge? Stay tuned, because in just 60 seconds, you're going to see who's rising, who's falling, and which QB might become the next king of the league. No one saw this coming. Jared Goff, once written off as an average game manager, has stormed his way to the top of the NFL's quarterback power rankings. After a mixed start to the season, Goff has caught fire, delivering some of the most efficient and explosive performances of his career. His precision passing, leadership, and calm under pressure have transformed the Detroit Lions offense into one of the league's most dangerous units. Analysts now rank him as the #1 quarterback heading into Week 6, an astonishing turnaround for a player many had stopped believing in. Goff currently leads the league in touchdown passes while maintaining one of the lowest interception rates, a rare combination that's earning him serious MVP buzz. Of course, questions remain. Can he sustain this elite level as defenses adjust and the season grinds on? But for now, the spotlight belongs to Jared Goff, the underdog who climbed back to the top and forced the football world to rethink everything they thought they knew about him. The NFL quarterback scene right now feels less like a football field and more like Wall Street. Every Sunday, player values rise and fall like stocks, and Week 6 has been one of the most volatile trading sessions yet. At the top of the market, Josh Allen continues to be a blue-chip investment. He's reliable, consistent, and still one of the most dominant playmakers in football, even when his team stumbles. Right behind him, Baker Mayfield's value is soaring. Once dismissed as a journeyman, Mayfield has silenced critics with clutch performances and a renewed command of the pocket. Then there's Sam Darnold, a name no one expected to hear in this conversation, who's suddenly showing flashes of the elite talent scouts once promised. His decision-making has sharpened, and he's proving he can handle pressure moments. Meanwhile, Kyler Murray's stock has flatlined. He's got the arm, the legs, and the highlight plays, but the consistency just isn't there. Analysts and fans alike are beginning to wonder if he'll ever make the leap to true franchise-level dominance. This week's QB rankings aren't just numbers on a list. They're a living, breathing stock market of talent, confidence, and momentum, and right now, fortunes are changing fast. While the spotlight shines on individual quarterbacks climbing the ranks, some teams are tumbling hard, and others are rising from the ashes. The New York Giants have taken one of the steepest falls of the week after a crushing loss to the previously winless New Orleans Saints. Once viewed as a gritty, resilient squad, the Giants now look disorganized and flat, their offensive line collapsing and their defense struggling to contain even average offenses. Their quarterback play has been inconsistent at best, exposing cracks that coaching alone can't fix. Meanwhile, over in Washington, a completely different story is unfolding. The Commanders just got their young franchise quarterback, Jayden Daniels, back from injury, and his return was electric. Daniels injected life into the offense, leading a comeback win that reignited hope across D.C. He played with poise, confidence, and that spark the team had been missing. His leadership instantly changed the energy of the locker room, reminding everyone that a true quarterback doesn't just throw touchdowns, he changes culture. These contrasting storylines show how fragile success can be in the NFL. One team spirals downward under pressure, while another finds revival in a single player's return. It's a reminder that in football, momentum isn't just built, it's contagious. Power rankings might seem like simple lists of who's hot and who's not, but beneath the surface, they tell a far more complex story. A quarterback's position on that list isn't just about touchdowns or passing yards, it's shaped by context, timing, and countless variables that the box score can't capture. Think about it. One tipped pass that turns into an interception or a dropped ball on third down can drastically swing how analysts view a quarterback's entire performance. The numbers don't always reveal how much pressure he faced in the pocket, how strong his offensive line was, or how strategic his reads were against elite defenses. Advanced analytics even show that small statistical fluctuations can make huge impacts on player ratings, meaning two QBs with nearly identical performances might be separated by several spots in the rankings simply because of luck or circumstance. When you look deeper, you realize that every ranking is a narrative, a reflection of storylines, expectations, and perception as much as raw production. So when someone like Jared Goff or Baker Mayfield rises, it's not just because of better stats, it's because they're rewriting the narrative that once held them back. That's what makes these weekly shifts so fascinating. They're not just measurements of skill, but snapshots of redemption, resilience, and reputation. As the dust settles from Week 6, one question dominates every conversation. What happens next? The quarterback rankings are more unstable than ever, and the next few weeks could completely reshape the NFL's balance of power. Let's start with Jared Goff, the current king of the hill. He's playing the best football of his career, but history tells us that maintaining that level for an entire season is no easy task. Defensive coordinators will adjust, game plans will tighten, and one bad stretch could send him tumbling down the charts. Then there's Baker Mayfield, who might be the most intriguing story in the league right now. His confidence is peaking, his chemistry with his receivers is undeniable, and for the first time in years, he looks like a quarterback capable of leading deep into the playoffs. If he keeps trending upward, he could be the next major name in the MVP conversation. On the flip side, injuries and team instability are the hidden dangers lurking behind every big name. A single offensive line injury or a star receiver going down could derail even the most promising season. And let's not forget Sam Darnold, quietly putting together a comeback story that could shock everyone if he stays consistent. The truth is, in this league, momentum is everything. Today's top 5 quarterback could be tomorrow's afterthought. That unpredictability, that sense that anything can happen on any given Sunday, is exactly what keeps fans glued to the screen and analysts guessing week after week. Now that the dust has settled and the league's storylines have started to take shape, let's break down what the mid-season top 5 might actually look like if the trends continue. At number 1, it's Jared Goff, the comeback story of the season. His poise in the pocket and surgical precision have elevated the Lions into true contenders, and right now, no one is playing with more confidence or control. Sliding into the number 2 spot is Baker Mayfield, the ultimate redemption arc. He's playing with a mix of swagger and discipline that we haven't seen from him in years, proving he's more than just a feel-good story, he's a legitimate threat. Number 3 goes to Josh Allen, the steady hand of Buffalo. Even when the Bills struggle, Allen's arm talent, physicality, and leadership keep them competitive every single week. In the 4th slot, Jordan Love is quietly climbing the ladder. He's developing chemistry, making better reads, and showing flashes of brilliance that hint at a bright future for the Packers. Rounding out the top 5 is Dak Prescott, who continues to deliver under immense pressure in Dallas. Say what you will about the Cowboys, but Prescott's ability to lead and produce when it matters most keeps him in the elite conversation. Beyond that top tier, names like Patrick Mahomes and Sam Darnold are waiting in the wings, one proven superstar, the other a possible dark horse. But for now, this is the hierarchy. 5 quarterbacks standing above the rest, each one fighting to prove their place isn't temporary. The question is, who will still be here when the season storms really hit? At first glance, quarterback rankings might seem like sports talk fodder, just another list for fans to argue over. But in reality, they shape the entire heartbeat of the NFL. The quarterback position is more than just a role on the field, it's the foundation of every franchise's identity. When a QB rises in the rankings, it boosts not only his reputation but the confidence of his entire team. Sponsors take notice, ticket sales spike, and suddenly, that team becomes must-watch television. On the flip side, when a quarterback slides, the impact can ripple far beyond the locker room. Coaches feel the pressure, front offices start to panic, and fan bases begin to question the future. These rankings also define narratives. They fuel MVP debates, contract negotiations, and even trade rumors that dominate sports media. In a league built on parity, where small advantages decide championships, having an elite quarterback can mean the difference between glory and heartbreak. That's why these weekly updates matter so much. They're not just about numbers or statistics. They're about power, prestige, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Behind every ranking is a story of ambition, resilience, and the constant battle to stay on top in the most competitive league in the world. And that brings us to the end of a wild Week 6, a week that's completely rewritten the NFL's quarterback hierarchy. Jared Goff stands tall at the top, defying every doubt that once followed him. Baker Mayfield is rising fast, proving that persistence can rewrite legacies. Sam Darnold is quietly rebuilding his name, and the rest of the league is fighting to keep pace in a season where no position feels safe. The NFL is unpredictable. One week you're the hero, the next you're the headline for all the wrong reasons. That's what makes it so thrilling. Every snap, every pass, and every mistake matters. So as we move deeper into the season, keep your eyes on how these stories unfold, because the only thing certain in this league is change. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more in-depth analysis on the NFL's biggest storylines, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Drop a comment below and tell us, Who's your top 5 quarterbacks right now, and who do you think will surprise us next week? Your take might just feature in our next video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and remember, in football, like in life, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish.